First time I've seen the sun this morning. I didn't think we were going to get any. It's been a bit dull really, but it's been warm. I love seeing the sun just come through the trees. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but it is quite bright. It's nice to see. All the leaves are reflecting. Just got back from the shops. What have you got? Hey, you're asking. Well, I'll show you. That's what I've got. Twix. Crisp. Some more mince pies with icing. Dog treats. Dog treats. And then I've got some dog food in there. The dog food I normally get, I buy online, but I can't get it delivered anywhere at the moment, so they're having to just have what I can get hold of from shops. So, yeah, I don't think they're too happy about that. They keep turning their nose up at it, but not what I can do. They'll have to just wait a week or so. You alright? On one of my videos, I noticed that YouTube has put adverts on it. That's not to do with me. I haven't done that. I was surprised that they'd done it. But it does say that they can, so I'm sorry for the adverts that are on there. I just wanted to let you know, really. Right, so in a previous video, I was talking about me being there because it hides me in case people come through there. I blocked it off. It wasn't really a path. I'm just going over this again for the people that haven't watched that video. So I'm sorry for going over this again. If you check back anyway on one of my videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I've disguised the path. Me and the dogs ended up making that path. But I was saying that there's so many disused paths. Might know of these old paths and still walk them. Although I don't think so. There's no signs of anyone being here. Anyway, if anyone does come along, I can see them. You know, their eyes will be drawn to the tent and I'll be there. I have decided that is going to be like my living space. Oh, what do you know? Kettle's on. You always come at the right time, don't you? Do you want a brew? So yeah, so I've decided that that's my little, well, I don't know, my main living space, my living room. It's my living room. It's my kitchen. Oh, and that bag is full of food. And that's my milk. I just keep it in a black bag, then it doesn't stand out as much, but then it is next to a white carrier bag. I'll move that. So I can't have all my kit out and things like that. When I finish with something, it's got to be put away. I'm also doing that because just in case anybody does come, there's not much out. Obviously there's a tent and a tarp, and there's my bag and my chair, but they won't really see anything else. You know, I'll leave my axe out, my stove, and that food will be going away. Everything around camp's got its uses. So on another video, you'll see that I hang my blankets over this. So that's like my little clothes maiden, or whatever they call it. So yeah, so that's got a use. And yeah, I put those up to block the view a bit more of the tent. It does work. So you can't really see it. Right, I'm gonna have my brew before it goes cold. I want to ask you a question. I've said in a couple of videos now, and it's been mentioned in the comments, that other people are sick of, well, only a handful of people are also sick of all the, I'm sorry, it's a bit close that, wasn't it? Of all the advertising that all these other YouTubers do with all the brand pushing and all the kit and all this lot. I'm just wondering if a lot more of you feel the same. Before I started living out in the woodland, I wanted to watch YouTube videos, and it made me feel like, in a way, it made me feel like I were there, and it was like some kind of escape for me. But then that wasn't on many YouTube channels, because the majority of them push products and keep naming and name dropping all these different brands. And I thought to myself, if I ever did a YouTube channel, whether it's successful or not, I wouldn't be pushing brands. You know, a lot of them, or some of them, seem to go out into the woodland, they'll do the camp overnight, they'll push all these products, whether they're getting paid for it or not, and then they go back home, and it's like, is that really a hobby, or are you just out there doing it because you're getting paid? Do you know what I mean? I understand that people want to make money from YouTube, I get that, but a lot of them just seem to be pushing products for the sake of pushing products and for the money. And sometimes I think, as somebody else said in the comments, it's disguised as a hobby, and I think that's exactly right. I think that's very well said. And so I don't push products. I've not really got many. I've got a rucksack that I paid £100 for. I think I mentioned the name of it in one of my videos, and I slipped up, and I think I've named one other as a title in my video, and I slipped up with that as well. I should really edit that, but it's had like 5,000 views, so I'm just gonna leave that as it is. I shouldn't have done that. And I don't really use much. When you're living like this full time, you don't need much kit. You need really good, reliable kit. You know, I'll show you, for example. I won't name any brands. That's a well-named, that's a well-known brand, this bit. But I won't tell you what it is, but we're only like, I don't know, 20 quid, 25 quid. And then my gas canister. But I won't show you what brand that is. I use a big gas canister. That lasts me about 3 weeks, I'd say. Yeah, about 3 weeks that. I've still got like quarter in. mean, I'm sitting on a chair that's got its brand right across it, and I don't like that. Really, I should just cover it up with something. I'm just against advertising products, I really am. And I don't want brands giving me things, because I haven't got this. How do I carry it? You know, how do I carry it? And everything that I've got works for me. So yeah. So do you feel the same, that YouTube is just about pushing brands and name dropping for different products? You know, like everything they use, if they're making a brew, they pick a cup up and they go, "This is a whatever cup from." I'm thinking, just get on with it and make your brew. You know, I like these YouTubers. Don't get me wrong. You know, they're good to watch. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking them. But sometimes, for me personally, it just gets a little bit too much, and that's all I'm saying. So I hope my channel just comes across as a little bit different in that way, where you can just see me making a brew and I'm not name dropping at whatever cup I'm using. Or if you see me using my axe, I'm not going, this is a Mark IV whatever axe with a whatever blade, and you can get it from Amazon, it costs 200 quid. You know what I mean? I just pick my axe up and I use it. I can't be doing that anyway. You know, this is my life, this is how I live. So for me to go around and just start name dropping every single thing that I pick up, you know, I just need to be, YouTube is just me documenting my life, because I never documented van life. So, which I regret. And it's nice to have people on board that are watching me, you know, because it's just nice. It's just nice. But YouTube is only a small part of my life and what I get up to, things like that. I go on many walks, you know, I do a lot of stuff around camp and that. Me and the dogs are always out walking. I don't always show you that. You know, there's only so many walks you can show on YouTube. Yeah, I do other things than that, like I clear out my rucksack every day. Because I leave everything open. I sit in front of my rucksack, if you've noticed. And when I've used something, I'll put it back in my rucksack. I'm always ready to go. If somebody says you've got to leave, within 45 minutes, I can be gone. And for whatever reason, my bag is already pretty much packed. I've obviously got my wool blankets, my sleeping bag, my bivvy bag and everything else in the tent, and my light and my head torch. But everything else around camp, if I need it, I just take it out my rucksack, use it, put it back in. You know, so every day there's always bits getting in the rucksack, so I'm always emptying that. You know, cleaning anything off that's got bits of leaves or whatever, and then I put everything back in. So there's lots of little things that I do. I just don't record it all. That's enough of me talking anyway. She always comes for a cuddle. Don't you, Winnie? Hey? She always comes for a cuddle. Armpits. She likes armpits. Don't you, Winnie? Armpits. Yeah, armpits. Rags is getting jealous. You can have your turn after. He's down here. No. No. Have I got any use for string? Yeah, that's enough. That string there's a bit too thick. I'll just stick with this. yeah, got myself about 3 meters of string there. Come in handy. We are expecting heavy rain from about 6 o'clock. So don't judge me on this. With my other tarp, I've just thrown it over the back of the doors. So that's it. Just to keep those back doors sheltered. But if it's just like this, it ain't going anywhere. And it'll just stop the rain from getting in. So as you can see, I'm 6'2". I've got plenty of room. I've got maybe 6 inches of headroom, something like that. I'm sat upright, leaning against my rucksack, and that's it. The rain was meant to come at 6 o'clock, but it's already started. It's only spitting at the moment, so I've just got that other tarp that I threw over the back. We'll see how that does. If it blows off, I'll bungee cord it down. So yeah, I think that's going to be us in the tent for maybe the rest of the day. We'll see. Other than the stove, everything else comes in to the tent. The axe down there, their food bowls, water bowls. Boots. It's only the stove that's outside. We're nice and warm. We've got food, water, and also got one of them, a chocolate bar. That's the tarp I just threw over the back doors. It's kept the rain off. Nice and dry. The ground's wet, but nothing's gone on the tent. It's been raining fairly heavy, but the tarp's keeping everything dry. Tent's bone dry. Just there. That's working really well. I thought that'd just keep sliding down, but it hasn't done. I've just got the chair there, just to protect them a bit more, the doors, but doesn't need it. Yeah, from what I've read, I wouldn't like to use, or from what I've heard on YouTube, I wouldn't like to use the tent without a tarp. But using it with a tarp is fine. Right, I'm gonna go in, give the dog some tea. I'm gonna leave that video here for tonight. It's raining now. It's only about 2 o'clock, another early night.